What's good? It's your girl, Miss Aaliyah Renee, and we're here again with another episode. So you see your girl out here rocking her natural hair. These curls are popping. Yeah, and y'all only gonna probably see this like one more episode, and yeah, I'm back to the weaves. Protective style it is. Yeah, this joint is too fluffy. It's too much going on. But yeah, I am back, you guys, and today it's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. One of them I wanted to leave in last week, but of course it happened after I recorded my episode, and actually last week I didn't. So I'm gonna bring it back up. It is what it is. Hey, we still gonna hear it this week, I guarantee you. So yeah, y'all already know. I don't even need to say what it is. The slap. Yeah. So everybody had their opinion. Everybody was so traumatized and terrorized by the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. Okay, so let me be serious. All jokes aside, I don't promote violence, but Will Smith has never been a violent person, right? So to me, that brings me to the point is when you get people that continue to bully you and they keep messing with you, and yeah, you okay, leave me alone. Don't make me have this crazy come out because it's in me. I'm trying to control it because I'm working on me. But at the end of the day, we are still humans. We still have emotions. And it's like, I feel like if you keep letting people play with you to a certain extent, they're going to keep doing it. And it wasn't, I've been on the fence. Like all my clients, it was definitely, even with the age difference from the young people, some thought it was wrong. Now some younger ones thought it was cool. And then there's some older ones, like my mom, she was like, as he should, you know what I'm saying? And she like 76. So it's been a little in between with everybody. So the time was the time. He did it right when he, man, it came out your mouth. That's when you need to go ahead. It ain't need to happen 10 years from now. He did it. The time was right, but the place definitely was wrong. And I get it because you know how white people already look at us. They at the Oscars, nobody us really don't watch those Oscars, especially the younger generation. We don't care about that. Unless we know somebody that's major, one of our favorite actors are gonna be on there or something to that nature, or actresses. But I feel like, and because I do hair, alopecia is real. It is really real. It is really a hurtful situation. It is really something that, especially with women, our hair is like our crown. That's why, and it's appalling the fact that this the same nigga, Chris Rock, was the same nigga who did the Good Hair or whatever documentary little movie joint he did. Bro, you know how black people care about the black women care about their hair. So hair is so important to a lot of women in this world, especially black women. So what you may think as a joke, and there's no way he wasn't under a rock, literally. He wasn't. So he kind of knew what was going on. And even like, I don't watch the news at all. But once in a while, I do get to be able to check up on social media. And you're going to see, oh, Jada Pinkett talks about her opening up about cutting her hair due to her alopecia. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. So I just feel like it was very, even though it was like subtle, it goes back with me with narcissism, and some narcissists like the, what is it, covenant ones, they're very subtle. Little stuff like, oh, you know your hairline is kind of getting pushed back. And you can be a female and they say some crazy stuff like, what? You get your hairline shaped up. A little stuff that wouldn't wreck another person, but when you sit and be like, did this nigga just say this to me? And that's what I felt like that statement. Yeah, it was him, but still knowing what was going on. And you don't even know the fact that when she first, because a lot of people, when you get alopecia, your hair comes out due to whatever medical condition. It is an autoimmune disease. And it's several different ones. I don't know actually which one she has. Traction is normally when you do it yourself by wearing tight weaves, tight braids, and different styles that can take the edges out. Anything else, it's serious. Like, it's not coming back. And sometimes you even heard of Tania when she had it when she was pregnant. So it's different ones where your hair do reverse back and grow. Like, but apparently that's not with her. And no matter what, you're literally combing hair out. So it starts very small to just maybe some breakage. And then before you know it, it's gone. It's a bald spot. And some people may not have like a full bald, it's spots, different spots over your head where your hair is falling out. So just think about if a person has cancer, it's almost as severe because everybody know with cancer, it's because of the medicine you're taking, the medicine you're taking to get better, your chemo. But for people with alopecia, it's their body. This is just naturally happening because of the disease that's in their body. Like, why make fun? And it's why I don't like, you do not make fun of people when they're going through stuff, because God is good at humbling you. So when he got up and he did it so graciously, he slapped him and walked back. To the point I thought it was a joke. After, I don't watch the Oscars, and that stuff is boring to me. So after I seen the video, I thought maybe they were going to do a movie together. I didn't know what was going on until I started to actually read the caption. But it's just, it was very distasteful. Now, what I did not like from Will is how he had to curse in that white man establishment and say, keep my wife's name off your mouth. And all the extra he put with it twice. I felt like that was kind of rude, but at the end of the day, all of it was built upon emotions. That man walked away with a smile. He could have punched that man in the face. It could have been blood. It could have been a tooth that fell out. He just slapped that man. Now, Amy Shepherd, whatever her name is, the white chick, and Wanda Sykes got on there and was like, they're so terrorized, traumatized, all them words that definitely did not fit what occurred that day. That man got up graciously, walked up there. He ain't even backhand the man. Like, that's the pimp slap right there. He forward-hand the dude. And then graciously had his hand on his waist and walked back with a smile like he was walking the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So what was traumatizing about that? Okay. But the thing is, here you guys doing all this extra stuff about that little situation. Look at all the stuff. It's too much going on in the world to be talking about you're terrorized and traumatized by a person getting smacked for being out of line. Maybe now you guys are terrorized for comedians to know not to pick at people when they're down or not to pick at people's pain. Because if somebody had said a joke about the Alphabet Club, guaranteed it would have been an issue. And see, another thing that really, if anybody want to say is traumatizing, anybody who's experienced a person, a narcissist, or a person who may not even be labeled a narcissist, but gaslight you, we kind of feel a little traumatized because this the same BS we be going through. A nigga do something to us, and then boom, we react after having a whole bunch of times of them doing this stuff. Now we the crazy person, or we the person who act out of line, and what the other person who actually was the victimizers called the victim. So no one asks Jada what she feels about it. No one is saying, I'm so sorry that untasteful comment was said to her during her medical condition, during this situation. I ain't heard that not once. Not once. Or what Will probably had to deal with, seeing her crying over her hair, and someone who was so confident now feels so low in spirit and not as confident as she was before. I ain't hear that either. Chris knew what he was doing. Everybody hates Chris. Apparently, this nigga knew exactly what he was doing. And first off, I'm pretty sure like anything that you say gotta be ran through the people, because this is the white man show. They ain't gonna let no niggas just say whatever they want. Y'all not gonna about to play with me on that one. But the PR person should have been like, yo, that might not be the joke. Okay, let me get off of that. The next thing I want to talk about, and all this happened last week, it's the young boy, and I totally forgot his first name, and my apologies, but the last name is Sampson. And it stick to me because it's kind of close to my last name. And first name did start with a T. And he was in Orlando, a 14-year-old, and he lost his life on a ride. I think just in general, as a mother, seeing that video, and I don't know why we are so into clicking on something or wanting to see what occurred. And I guess it really started with this police brutality. We're so okay with being subjected to that type of emotional distress from that. That's something that's terrorizing. Seeing somebody, a child now, fall off a ride. Like, I don't do rides. I've never, but just to see that video and to hear that sound was the most, like, literally hurtfulest thing I've seen in a while. And I say that because I've lost a child. I know what it feel like when you lose your child. But the fact that the parents wasn't even in the same state nor city of their child and this happened. And then the way the people reacted. My first concern, and it's good that the dude, I guess, had that video. He shouldn't have posted first. You know, it's good he had it only because now you can show this is what happened. There's no way that boy was locked in. It's no way. You don't just fall out. And the sad part is how he fell. And it, to me, it looked like he landed like this. And from the distance he was, you wouldn't think he wouldn't have been able to like land on his feet. It's just me per se. But you got to think about him. It was going 75 miles per hour, that force. And then they say it pushes you over. So that's probably why it. Then they said he was alive. Like, he didn't die right then. And in that video, you can see people. The little girl, did you buckle him in? That's what you was concerned about? Dude that was recording did not stumble one bit. The camera wasn't, he was shaking, none of that. It was so, like, that was nothing. Like, and you know, I think somebody said he thought it was a piece of something from the ride that fell off. But when that body was there, you still was videoing that body. And then another guy, oh, get me off of here. And you know, and I get it, because maybe that could have been traumatizing. He may have some PTSD from some other stuff, and he just didn't want to be traumatized anymore. But not one person with urgency ran to that kid. And I know it's like, yeah, you can't touch a person, but that was a baby. That was a kid. Yeah, he was kind of big, but that's somebody's baby. And to hear that the little boy says, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And he was a well-mannered kid with grades were good. Wanted to go to the NFL. That's so hurtful. That is so hurtful, man. And my condolences goes out to the Sampson family. No parent. Oh, and my son could tell you, after I lost my daughter, I'm so protective. He's 19, and I'm still protective of him. He goes somewhere, I need to know when you're there. I need to know when you leave. You go to somebody's house, let me see let me meet this person. I don't care if they're your friends, still don't trust them. I'm so paranoid because I've lost the kid already. And that's the worst feeling in the world. So I pray to God that, you know, that situation works out. It'll never work out in the favor of the family because they lost their pride and joy, their child. He was robbed of his future for some young teenager who didn't make sure he was on what he was supposed to. And the dude was like chatting. And them joints freak me out because you always see the little young kids, and all of them don't be the brightest bunnies in the batch either, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they need to really stop having these little kids. Like, if they not, some of them not even mature enough or responsible enough for that. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next portion that I want to talk to. This video is definitely long. Is what it is, but I haven't been able to record last week, so I definitely want to get everything out that's been on my mind from last week. The next one is involving the two young kids who had a gun. And they shot themselves on TikTok. Or the 12-year-old shot her 14-year-old cousin in the head with the gun. Now, my concern about that situation, because we've seen this too many times before, and especially us. The biggest issue, well, it's two. First off, why would you point a gun to somebody you care about head? Whether you knew if it was loaded or not, why would you point a gun to somebody you love or you care about's head? The second thing, that gun wasn't no just regular protector gun for the house. That gun had some extra 50 clip rounds in that mud. That's a drive-by, gang-related, bang-bang, I'm about that life, my nigga type of gun. That ain't no regular. These regular niggas ain't out here. You can't just tote that mug in your pants like that. You gonna look real awkward. Like, that's, you go to the Trump type of gun. A Glock 50 with the extra. It wasn't even the extendo. This joint was the big, I don't know nothing about guns. But the big ball, a big ball with all them little rounds in it. Why would your teenagers have that type of gun? What y'all had? Y'all parents ain't know that? You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta parent our kids, man. You got this bathroom door locked. What y'all in here doing? Now it's too late. And a lot of people said like she picked up the gun after it fell and killed herself out of guilt. I don't know what was going through that little girl's head, but when that first shot went off, you can tell how traumatized she was, and out of, it could have happened like that, but that's two innocent lives. Because first off, parents weren't parenting. Second, y'all niggas got these guns out here, or whoever your house you're in, allowing these type of weapons to be just laid around, or even these type of kids to even know. And half of the time, you know how we do. We got our little kids, and some of them just ratchet. Y'all a little bit ratchet too. And y'all think that joint cute until it's an accident and your kid is dead. And that's another 2 kids that was robbed of their future. Now, mind you, the kid who came in and screamed out mama was more shocking than anything, because now this boy gonna be terrorized. He'll never forget what he saw laying there, his 2 family members, or a sister, brother, whichever one, because he definitely, the way he called mama needed to see this. And I think that really, you really couldn't see really what happened except the shot, and no blood, none of that. So it wasn't a crazy graphic video like some of the stuff that we are so okay clicking. And I agree, I'm one. And again, I wanted to be a homicide investigator, so I want to know how it happened, what happened, where it happened at. I need to know the basics of it. I be trying to investigate stuff. But it's just the fact of being traumatized over like stuff that we're so insensitive of seeing people get killed, like on video. And another reason is because we see it on TV. And TV is these movies be so real now. It's like, yo, how they get this joint to look like that? Hey, y'all, but I gotta go out. I'm about to go have me some fun real quick. And yeah, I'm always gonna put my plug in at Natural Styles by Leah Renee. Make sure you check me out there. And then my shirt business at Awareness Wear the brand. Awareness Wear _ the brand on IG. And of course, you see me here on the Leah Renee show. And we always looking cute, and we got that positive energy. And it's been a lot going on this week with my family, just with me, a lot of stuff going on. But one thing I tell you, God is good. I will not allow any situation or any negative energy to affect my spirit. I'm speaking life into my family. And so every situation that can be down for us, like, yo, speak life. Be careful what you say and how you speak about your life. Speak life over your circumstances. Speak life and victory over anything that feel like it can win. Wins in a negative way, like can take over your life in a negative way. We speak positivity over it. So I'm giving all this good energy that I love to talk about to you guys. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. We about to be prosperous. We about to get to this money. And yeah, I'm about to slay some heads because that's what I do. Make sure y'all like, share, follow, and do all that good stuff I was supposed to tell y'all. Have a wonderful weekend.